Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Chicago Cubs and the Milwaukee Brewers. Man, Singy, he was on a whole different level in his last game. What an effort.
Yeah, Boog, he had that look in his eye from the jump. Really had the hitters guessing all day. So much confidence on the mound, and the stats back it up.
Pitch coming your way next. So just about set now, and towing the slab in this one, Tobias Myers. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Yeah, this guy's been real stingy, man, not allowing guys to play the game, just keeping them at home plate. I mean, just ridiculous sub-1 whip. I mean, he's dominating hitters, and a guy like this on the mound, one of the elite starters in the game right now.
Here's Nico Horner. Outside. And we are underway.
ブルワーズか。雨降りまくってるみたいやな。
The pitch.
2 balls. No strike.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
And that one is lifted in the air. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
There's a swing and a drive. And a foul ball. The Brewers have raced out of the gate to start the season. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. That's in there.
Yeah, you mentioned how well they played, Boog, and I think it's a sign of things to come. You don't win as frequently as they have by accident.
Right through there for a strike. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Came after him with the fastball on 0-2, and that's a pretty good demonstration of what power pitching is all about. He's got the stuff, obviously, and right there he used it to put his opponent away without needing to waste any pitches.
Kyle Tucker stands in now and watches strike 1. Tucker with a homer in his last game. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Hauls it in to end the inning. Cubs 0, Brewers coming up to hit. You're dialed into the show. Back here in Milwaukee and towing the slab, Ben Brown. What do you have on him?
Well, that whip is just below the league average, and that's a good thing in this case, not allowing too many base runners. So on most days, he's going to go out there and compete and put his team in a position to win, and I expect to see that from him in this one today.
Stepping in, number 90. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
And that's in for a strike.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they creeping into my mind right now.
The 1-2. That one missed.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
It goes down looking.
frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Freddie Zamora in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Brown, he gets a lot of swing and miss, and he keeps the ball in the yard. Not to mention the fact not too many hits either. That's off the mark, and it's 2-0. Even some of the best guys in the sport are going to give up home runs from time to time, and he's an exception.
Yeah, and even with those home runs,
電池がなくなってきた。よいしょ。
if you're throwing strikes and keeping base runners off the paths, then those home runs are solo shots. But to this point, he hasn't had to worry about it.
Just missed. You look at what the elite guys do. They strike hitters out, they limit walks, and they limit the ball going out of the park. Tosses to first. Here tonight, an efficient start to the home first, 2 away. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. And this offense, Chris, unfortunately last in the league in slugging percentage. Just not much thunder for opposing pitchers to deal with.
And I believe it's a cause for this organization to reevaluate just their process from scouting, from developing in the minor leagues, and even to this point of what they're doing on a daily basis at the big league level. They should be better in terms of hitting the ball into the gaps and over the fence. And that's sometimes just an adjustment in a swing. So if they have the right people in terms of personnel, then they've just got to have a good meeting come together on this so that they can turn this thing around.
A changeup missing, and that is ball 1.
Yeah, all you want is a guy like that. Take the ball every 5th day, go out there, hand it over to the bullpen, perhaps in the 7th inning or later.
3-2.
2 out, space is empty.
勝利。
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the
wall.
Looked like a questionable call in that spot. He even seemed a little surprised it went his way at the plate. But as a hitter, you'll take that all day.
Now a chance for Jackson Chourio. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Chourio matched a homer in his last game.
Ball, that's in.
2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Not close with that one. 2-1.
2-1 the count now. He hasn't seen a fastball yet, but you've got to be ready to hit one because you doubt the pitcher wants this to go to a 3-1 count.
2 outs. That one fouled hard the other way. That missed by a lot. 3-2 now.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Hit in the air, left field. Happ sizing this one up. Makes the grab. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Brewers strand 1. Scoreless after 1. All set for the start of the inning. And now it's going to be Seiya Suzuki. Suzuki launched a homer in his most recent game.
Well, here's a fun fact for you, Boog. Suzuki is the first Japanese-born player to homer in 3 consecutive plate appearances in the majors. Feel free to use that note in your next Cubs broadcast, buddy.
Myers in his 2nd season, 26 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2016. Late on that fastball. Mike Fillmore, our plate umpire, very consistent with his zone. Chris gets a lot of praise for that.
He does, Boog, and I think that with any umpire, you really just want them to be consistent. Fillmore's a guy that does a good job back there in that way, so people around the league really appreciate his consistency.
This to 3rd. One up, one down. How much were you aware of the umpire scouting report or even who was going to be umpiring
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
And first offering is fouled off. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Out towards right center field. They got it for out number 2.
いやー、熊さんおはようございます。僕デイデイ
Two
の
outs,
時
bases
間
empty.
です。
Now it's Justin
僕
Turner.
デイデイ。
Lifted in the air, right field. Canna brings it in.
あっさり打っ
And
た。
that is that. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the rookie third baseman, number 28.
雨降りまくってますけどね、
Brown
今。
back to work. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
久しぶりの
Not able
雨
to
で。
catch up to that velocity.
晴れてばっかやったから。
And that drops in for a strike.
Wow, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch, really hard for a hitter to get on time with it. Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
1 out, bases empty. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
That just misses, and that's ball 1.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Pitch misses. The count now 2-2. Got him
いやー、
swinging.
ボールか。
And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on
白い
everyone
カメ
if he
ラ。
can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
And here is Hoskins. Check swing, and he went
0-1.
0-1. 0-0 here in the bottom of the second.
ボール、ボー
Chases
ル。
swing. Now an appeal to first. He did not go around. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Man, he really
1 ball,
sells the
2
changeup
strikes.
with that arm action.
And that's a strikeout. Mike Fillmore says he went around.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
たたたたた。よいしょ。
Welcome back. Last series, the pitching was not good as we take a check of the numbers. And that one finds its way through. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
And here comes Dansby Swanson.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
スワンソン。
Bush on at first. Nobody out. That's off the mark, and the count is 1-1.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
1-2 now. Battling here as he fouls it away. And that's outside. And the count is even 2-2. Back up the middle and a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
And now it's Miguel Amaya. That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
He's been known to jump all over the first pitch, so that seems like a missed opportunity right there.
Swing and a miss. That's strike two.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Just misses. And that's ball one.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
First and second, no outs. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. The 1-2. Stays alive. In the air, left field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Corner in the box now. Takes strike one.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Chorio sizes this one up. Drops into the glove. Out number 2. Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Line drive, that's a base hit. Coming home. Here comes the throw. But it's offline. He will score. On the board first, it's 1-0.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
First and second, 2 outs. Here's Kyle Tucker. Fought off foul. 2 aboard, 2 outs. That one the other way, and foul ball. Outside corner, got him looking. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 1-0. Back after this on the show. Back at the ballpark, and they have really struggled at the plate the past month as we take a look at the numbers. First pitch misses. Late on that fastball.
Really consistent release point. He's been able to pitch up and down and have excellent command in both locations.
And strike 2.
1 ball. 2 strikes.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along. Here's Mark Canha. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
0-1.
That one ran inside, almost got him. Late with the swing there.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
One down, base is empty. Ground ball up the middle, and that one handled on the first.
間に合う
2
ん
up, 2
かい
down. So the lineup flips over. Here's the catcher. Went down on strikes his first time through. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Ball 1 there.
リアルやな、これまた。
2 down, nobody on. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today. Brewers go down quietly. They're down 1-0. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul.
スーパーアンビュランスか。確かにかっこええな。
Very high with that one. And now it's even 1-1. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Canha makes a nice running catch.
Outstanding catch right there, and I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
Happ batting for the second time, and that's strike 1.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Line to left, and foul ball. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Got him looking. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. And the batter will be Justin Turner. Shoots a line drive single into right center. So he gets on base and keeps it going. And now the first baseman, Michael Bush.
That's a ball.
In the dirt.
Ball 1, no strikes. That's a ball.
Meow.
Turner, the runner at first with 2 gone. And that is out of play. Here's a 2-1. Fastball for a strike. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. Pitch misses there, And it's 3-2.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion.
Now that's strike 3 and the third out. So we take a break. One hit, one left. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Cubs 1 and the Brewers nothing. Back here at American Family Field, John Chambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Freddie Zamora. Upstairs,
nope, that's the ball.
1-0.
Well, these Brewers, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Right through there for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
In the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first.
Out.
Gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch outs already. So this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Yelich takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. The Brewers hitless so far in the game. Swings through that one for strike 1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Misses the zone and he gets him to chase.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, that's such a critical pitch in terms of execution right there. The pitcher has to finish it. Otherwise, probably gets hit pretty hard. If you leave that out over the plate or you don't get it down enough, quickly turns into something that gets smoked. But if you can place it where he did, it's a really deceptive pitch.
Now the Brewers cleanup hitter, Jackson Chourio. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it.
特大やな。
A gigantic blast. His 4th home run of the season. It's 1-1.
Well, Boo, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
Number 28 in the box now. No balls and a strike.
0-1.
Got the back on too soon. It's strike 2.
The count.
And a curve misses outside. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's his 9th strikeout so far. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. All even now at 1-1. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
これまたうまそうやな。こんな店あるんやな。
Myers back to work. In the air, left side. Chourio on the move. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one down.
He was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Miguel Amaya, the next Cub to hit. Amaya measures 6 feet 2 inches, 230 pounds, and he was born in Panama. Line drive, and it gets down for a base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. Solid swing from start to end, on time with everything, really good balance, nice extension, and he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. So here's Horner now. 0 for 2 in this one. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Ball 1, no strikes.
When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss. Amaya stands at first with 1 out.
今週は雨ばっかみたいですけど。
Next offering is downstairs.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. And ball 4, 2 more.
特売すじこと生ウニ買ってきました。またうまそうな。特売すじこ。
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. Just missed.
This guy absolutely flies. The defense wants to turn 2, but they've got to get a ball they can do it with. Make sure you get the first out before you try to rush and get 2 and end up with nothing.
Makes the grab on the run.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. What a stop. Goes to second with it. Nicely done for the out. Cubs strand a couple. Score remains deadlocked at 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and now the center fielder, Isaac Collins.
あの食堂ですか。
That clips the corner. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Julian Merriweather up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Presley warming up as well. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 2.
This game has been so tight. Feels like the next team to score will win it.
Rip to right. 1 down.
行きたいであろう食堂。
Rhys Hoskins to the plate. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Hoskins pushes it foul. All tied up. Last half of inning number 5. Next pitch is downstairs.
もうちょいしたらまた買い物に。
The 1-1 is fouled off. Inside, and it's 2-2.
Wow.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
ソーダストリームの炭酸ガスを買ってこないと。ソーダストリーム。炭酸ガス。それを初めて知りましたね。ソーダストリーム。
This is Bryce Terang. Struck out swinging his first time. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Swings through that one.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
That one misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Three and two.
This one popped up.
炭酸水とかそういや飲まへんですね、自分。
Under it is Justin Turner to make the catch. Gone in order are the Brewers. Still tied, 1-1. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now it's the DH, Seiya Suzuki.
調子がいい鈴木さん。ハイボールよ。それよ。
are producing a lot of quality swings. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, and it's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat, and that's what this offense has been doing so far today.
Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
酒とか飲まへんからあれなんですよね。飲まへんというより飲まれへんですけど。
Having a lot more success on the road this season. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Cubs made it in half a first round pick in 2015. Played at the University of Cincinnati as an infielder. Played a little bit of outfield, but a guy in 2022. What a year, Chris. Both an all-star and a gold glover.
Yeah, and
wins that gold glove as a left fielder, and this is a guy that was a pretty good center fielder as well. But you know, one of the things for him is just being able to be in the same spot every day. I think it increases the comfort level and allows that athletic ability to really shine. That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
大概飲む言うたら CC レモン飲むとか午後の紅茶とかあとはあれですかね。なんかクリームソーダみたいなもんだ。
And first offering is fouled off.
糖分ばっかりよう見たら飲んでますね。
Up the middle. Fires over to Hoskins. And the Cubs go
あとはなんかアップルのなんか
9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th.
100% じゃないけどなんかうまいやつがあるんですよね。アップルとパイナップルと
and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Julian Merriweather. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh. And now the right fielder, Mark Canha, rolled out to second in his first at bat.
あとはやっぱ白バラコーヒーですかね。
Ground ball left side.
あれはほんまにうまい。
One up, one down. Back to the top of the Milwaukee order. And here's the catcher, Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Check swing, called strike. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Ryan Brazier up and loosening in the pen. Number 43, the lefty, warming up as well. Late on that fastball.
0-2.
だいぶ前になんかカンカンの名前何やったんかな。なんか飲んだんすけど。
That one not close. And
名
the
前
count
何
is
やっ
1 and
たか
2.
なあれ。コーヒー牛乳的なやつ。あー、コーヒー牛乳みたいやけど、なんか味がめっちゃうまいんですよね。風味がまたすごい。多分売ってるとこ限られてるんですよね。関東でもごく一部しか売ってないみたいで。金沢とかは売ってるみたいですけど。
A little unsure of his timing right now, not picking up the spin and location of these pitches.
大山乳業の白バラコーヒーってやつ。多分ネットで調べたら出てくると思うんですけど。アマゾンとかで買えますけどね。なんか伝説のコーヒーとかって言われてますけど。なんか売ってない人、ネットで買う人結構おるみたいですけど。不動産のあれをネットで買うような感覚で。白バラのなんか公式のショップもあるんですけど、値段が高いんですよね。あれやったら Amazon で買ってる方が、まだ安いですかね。
We go to the top of the 7th, and here's the first baseman, Michael Bush. So the Brewers bring on a new pitcher from the pen, Yoel Payos. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Hmm. 結構だから、スーパーで売ってるんですけど、すぐなくなるんですよ。他のコーヒーは売れ残って、白バラだけがみんな売れてまうっていう。みんな、よう分かってますよね。
Right through there for a strike. That misses the zone. It's 2 and 2.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Two now. And that one in the air center field. Collins.
あれ以外のコーヒー飲まないからね。
And there's one away. Swanson digs in. He is singled and he is flied to left. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul. Base is empty, one away here in the top half of inning number 7. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. And it's caught for the out.
あれでも、1リットル売ってる店が1箇所しかない。
Now at the plate, Miguel Amaya.
あー、10時前ですね。
First
は
pitch
い。
just misses.
もう
That's
7
good
回
pitch
ま
there.
で来たな。
Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Goes
No
down
shot.
looking. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Score remains tied 1-1. Bottom of the 7th. So here's the Brewers DH, Christian Yelich. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, an at bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike 1 here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
That one's upstairs, ball 1.
よっしゃ。
And now 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's a little bit low. The next pitch misses, and it
さ
counts
すが
full.
にスーパー終わってからちょい酔いましたね。なんか酔うな、あれは。
Swing at a high fly ball. That's out to center. Crow Armstrong
さす
right
がに
there to
ラ
make
ス
the
アスや
grab.
ろう思っ
One
たけ
away.
ど、メジャーに変えましたね。
Next to hit, Jackson Chorio. He's already homered here in this one.
ラスアスもちょい酔いますからね。
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Swing and a miss at a slider.
1 and 1.
All tied up here at the bottom of the 7th. Up and in, and it's 2 and 1. This one
ああ、
popped
詰まっ
up.
た。
Puts it away for the out. 2 down. Here's the third baseman. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. That one gets down for a hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
Isaac Collins getting ready to hit. Swinging a foul straight back. And a big swing and a miss.
So hard to touch.
No ball, 2
I mean,
strikes.
at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do
1
such a
ball,
good
2
job of
strikes.
teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit. It looks good because you see it for a good while as a hitter. Looks juicy, and by the time you swing, it's almost in the catcher's mitt.
Now this one gets away from the catcher, Amaya. Wild pitch, and into second moves the go-ahead run.
あんな抜かし
That'll
方
happen
珍
to him from
しい。
time to time behind the dish. The defense is
Chinese
part of his game he's trying to improve, but right there just couldn't squeeze it, and it cost him.
That one misses. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Rhys Hoskins, the kind of bat that can make a big impact if they can keep it going here. 2 down, go-ahead run in scoring position.
ああ、
Swing
ボ
and a
ールや。
miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
And we're back. We're at the top of the eighth. Nico Horner will come up to hit.
ああ、今日もやる言うてるな。
Ions back to work. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. Next offering is outside. In there. And so now 1-2. That's down and in.
なんやかんや、もう8回か、早いな。
In there, sets him down on strikes. Fastball at the letters, frozen for strike 3.
2 strikes. Many times hitters looking out over the plate. When you're looking out over the plate, you're also going to let the ball travel a little bit longer. And a fastball zipped on the inside corner just locks you up.
Crow Armstrong in the box now. Take strike 1.
クルー・アームストロング。長い名前。
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
1 down, base is empty. Chopped on the ground. Throws to first in time. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. And up next for Chicago, Kyle Tucker. 0 for 3 in this one. And there's a strike.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Swings and misses. 0-2 now.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
That's inside.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
That's down and in. A slider missed.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Up the middle.
あーっと、間に合うか。
Fires
間に合
over
っ
to
た。
Hoskins. And it's a 1-2-3
よう間
inning.
に合ったな。ショートセカンドゴロ。
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Ryan Brazier. And it's Rhys Hoskins up to the dish.
スライダー。
Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
The 0-1. Check swing, called strike.
カットボール。
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
このスライダーまた打ちにくいな。
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Now, Bryce Terang. And fouled off. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Movement in the Cubs bullpen. Caleb Thielbar up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Oh, that got him. And the potential winning run is aboard. Next for Milwaukee, Mark Canha. He's grounded out a couple of times.
This is a good situation if you want to try to steal a base. 9-hitter, and you're about to turn this lineup over, so get a little momentum as you turn it over.
That's outside, and it's 1-1. Went too far that time. It's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next offering way off the plate.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
To third. And that's a fair ball. They almost caught him, but he's back in time.
Just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. He turned on it nicely, definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line. Down to go ahead runs in scoring position, so big opportunity for them to jump ahead.
First and second, 1 out. And now the catcher comes up to hit. 0-3 with 3 strikeouts. The Brewers going with a pinch hitter, William Contreras. A critical at bat in this game for him. And that is cut on and missed. And it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
No balls, 2 strikes.
1 out. The go-ahead run is at second. Squirts away a little bit. Tag save. He's into third of the wild pitch.
Got to take advantage of this opportunity now because of the wild pitch. They've got 2 runners in scoring position. Good time for the hitter to lock in, put the ball in play hard somewhere. Definitely a strikeout situation right here. Lots of ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play.
Grounds 1 to short. One run is in. Throw comes in and holds the runner at third. They're at the corners now.
One of the hardest things to do in the game is stay mentally and physically ready for the big opportunity, and he came through for his club right there.
Runners at the corners here. 1 away. And the batter now, Freddie Zamora. 0-3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Fastball in for a strike. 0-1.
代打。ショート。
So now a pinch hitter, number 63. 1 out, runners at the corners for him.
ムキムキやな。
2 on, 1 out.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Hit on the ground might be 2.
ほんまにダブルプレーや。
Corner over to second. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
I promise you, there are guys that get a little bit faster when they can smell an RBI. That was a possible inning-ending double play. Great hustle, and he gets rewarded with the RBI because of it.
Here's Yelich at the dish. Hard hit right side. Horner over to first. Yelich is out, and that'll do it. A couple of runs in the inning puts them ahead. Through 8 full, it's the Brewers 3 and the Cubs 1. New inning getting started. And here's the DH for the Cubs, Seiya Suzuki.
はいよ。
Trevor McGill comes on trying to close it out.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
さあ、2点ありゃだいぶ楽か。
Yeah, that drops in for a strike.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least one run. Maybe you get 2 or 3.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. On to first. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout.
Well, you rarely ever see 3 curveballs in a row because that's one of those pitches that's most effective when you haven't seen it recently. You might see 3 sliders in a row, but right there, he was feeling that curveball and figured he could finish with that pitch.
Half lays off.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. That one missing inside. The Cubbies trailing by 2 here at the top of the 9th. Swings and misses. Now only 1 out remaining.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little
ground ball to short, and this ought to do it.
ショートゴロ。
Throw to first, ball game.
終
And the
了。
Brewers claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark. You're sleeping in your own bed. You're eating your clubhouse manager's food. Everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
And your final 3-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
爆速終了だな。あれ結局つかんかったんか。ついてないな。あ、そうか、同点やったからか。そういうことか。さあ、では。